gonna put that blame at? I'm not gonna, like, these niggas want me to be like, yo, Act, we want you to take 100% responsibility for the crime in Chicago. What are y'all talking about? I left that conversation, and with the exception of a few individuals, including 21 Savage, if I listen to Meek, if I listen to Tory Lanez, if I listen to all these other, like, basically, you know when Tory came in there, you know what? It's like Tory was saying, yo, Act, yo, if it wasn't for you, I would have never shot Meg. That's what it came across like. I was like, what? Y'all blaming me? Meek, yo, Meek was in there saying, yo, Act, you mad irrelevant. You a small blog. Like, yo, come on. Like, we got to talk about the Meek Mill complex, but we're going to get to it. And the whole time I'm like, the way y'all are talking about me and crime and people getting locked up or whatever, it's like y'all act like I'm Thanos. Like if I snap my fingers and change content or don't do certain shit, crime goes away. If I go like this, no more crime. It's like I gathered all the Infinity Stones. It was like, it was 6,000 to 7,000 people in there looking at me saying, you have the power to end violence. And I wish I did. Because if I could just snap my fingers and violence stop, or if I could stop covering violence and violence stops, I would happily do it. But that's not the truth. So it goes to accountability. So while, you know, by the way, it was supposed to be a welcome party. This wasn't an intervention, but everybody hopped in because these niggas is bored. They're playing Call of Duty all day. They got no shows. So I'm taking some accountability. You want to hear the fucked up and just interesting shit? It's a bunch of rappers who rap about ignorance. They repost ignorance. They perpetuate ignorance themselves. None of them actually take accountability for their actions. They're just saying, Act, you help amplify it. Actually, they're not even saying I help amplify it. They're saying, Act, you're the reason why this is happening. Now, if it's like, yo, Act, you're helping amplify it, I'd be like, yeah, but bro, y'all are doing it. You know the funny thing that nobody ever like brought up on that whole thing? Akademiks has never hired a cameraman. Meek at one point said, yo, Act, you posted me and my young bulls with the guns. Meek act like I had TMZ with the paparazzi. Oh, we got him. Send it to Act. Post it up. I've never hired a cameraman. Meek at one point, you see, these are the things. Yo, the conversation with Meek, I hope I could play it. Every time I was trying to hold him to a point, he skipped over it. Meek was like, yo, we can't be fucking with a nigga who's talking about, yo, he gonna call the feds. None of them will let me speak. By the way, like, I'm gonna just say this respectfully to everybody in that room. Y'all are all scared of Meek Mill. When Meek came in there, when Meek came in that room, everybody said, Act, shut up and let Meek speak. It was crazy. Like, they looked at Meek like he was a god. I kid you not. Bro, even the fact that, because he was lying on me and I'm responding to him, even the fact that I raised my voice a little bit, I could hear the shookness. Everybody's like, oh my God, he's talking to King Meek. I couldn't believe it. And all these niggas are gangsters. Meek is the god of them niggas. I kid you not. Respect to 21. 21 interjects and said, Meek, but hold on now. But everybody else, yo, Meek's making points that just, so we're having a dialogue. It starts off with, yo, why was Meek mad at you? I can say it now. Meek's team at that time, which I didn't know was true, I guess maybe it is true, but it's one of those things that the industry knew was true that nobody else knew. I barely even talked to these niggas at that point. This is when he was beefing with Drake. Meek wanted me to put out the story that Drake got pissed on before they even rapped about it. Like, yo, why you not focusing on, yo, we just told you he got pissed on by T.I.'s nigga. And I'm looking like, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea that's this even true. So wait, why don't y'all say it? And then, like, maybe I could, like, I'll repost it. They're like, nah, you put it out. They wanted me to jump on the sword of a rumor to take down another rapper. And when I did it, when I said, nah, I can't do that, they started looking at me and saying, you picking sides. You're picking sides. I'm picking sides because at that time, which I don't know these things are true. Maybe it is true. T.I. raps about Mick, it seems like it's true. You want back in 2015 for me to just jump out and say, yo, all right, breaking news. 2 years ago, Drake got pissed on. Just stop clowning Meek. Drake got pissed on. Let's talk about Drake getting pissed on. Meek and everybody in that call, with the exception of 21, has tried to use the media to their advantage. And they've gotten salty when the media, they feel, hasn't gone their way. Guap Dad is just irrelevant. But you see, he hopped up, he said, yo, Axe platform, it was just it's the vein of, it's the worst thing that's ever been invented. And I said, but if you felt like that, why were you constantly trying to get on my platform? Why were you trying to get on platforms that I was on? Why? Nah, fuck you, let's fight. All them dudes in there, not one person said, Guap Dad, bro, get out your feelings. Not one dude. That's what I'm saying. It was a digital, grumpy rapper jumping. 21, Lil Yachty, and a few others, they wanted to make jokes, which I don't know if that's normal, but I think the roast session was just normal. I was ready for a roast, you know what I mean? Yo, act look like a fucking bisexual honey bun. I'm down for those shit. But it was these other dudes who were just mad, huffing and puffing. Huffing and puffing, super upset. By the way, there's a lot to talk about. You see all these rappers, they act like 80 to 90% of the money coming in for Meek Mill goes to the label owner. 80% of the money coming in for the Dream Chasers label is going to go into overhead and recouping whatever they've spent on Dream Chasers artists, which goes to Roc Nation. As soon as I asked him, I said, well, so if you said you would never work with someone who's cool with a rat, how could you work with Roc Nation artists who their boss is a rat? Let's not talk about it. No. I'm like, okay. All right. Understandable. I get it. Listen, I consider that we did have there's some decent conversations in between, but for the most part, niggas wanted to get their frustrations out, and some niggas like Guap Dad wanted to make a moment. That's it. They wanted to finally be like, yo, I told that bitch ass nigga. There was very few that was there trying to listen, understand, be reasonable, and also be fair. The nigga complained that I'm cool with 6ix9ine. He can't say on the record in the same moment I ask, would he ever work with, and he says it's only because he's a rat. Would he ever work with a artist that's signed to a rat? Won't say that. But anyway, that happened a bunch. I'll say this. Maybe I'm too forward in just being real about hip hop and rap and accountability. Accountability lies on every part, every facet, from the DSPs, I want to be careful when I say this. You see the person on the screen right there? Nice little. It's King Von. You know why everybody's point becomes so hypocritical? King Von's music, just like a lot of Meek Mill's music, just like a lot of 21 Savage's music, just like a lot of these quote-unquote gangster rappers' music, they're not saying, oh, let's go build back and buy back the hood. King Von is dissing Tuka, Wooski, at times throwing a lot of shade to FBG Duck, who passed away. This is killer and war. The music itself is all about negativity. It's like the rappers were acting like they're making positive shit, and Ak was injecting negativity. I told him, I said, the only way to really solve this, because think about this. So you want me to post King Von's music where he's dissing all these guys, but if these guys say something disrespectful to him, I shouldn't post it. Wait, what? Not because you don't get it. This music is all dissing people. This music is, bro, I love King Von. You listen to Young Boy's music? You listen to a lot of Meek's music? You might not think there's a name to it. Sometimes these niggas got hit songs dissing niggas in their hood. So these guys are acting like, yo, you're fueling this shit. And I'm like, I'm going to keep it real with you, my brothers. Y'all are making music that's inciting it. Meek ain't making music about, like, he made one song about prison reform. It flopped. He won't do it again. You know what he's back to? Murder, murder, kill, kill. I got the guns. Young boys flipping the block. I'm that nigga. Rich as fuck. Rollies, Rolls Royce, Bentley trucks. What's up? Block up. I'm gonna snatch your chain. That's what his music was about. Now, I'm an Instagram blog, or I own an Instagram blog. So if you're rapping about that, and then all of a sudden, say you post a picture in Drake's hood, or anybody's hood, is it the fault of mine that you rapped about it? Now you're putting imagery about it. Remember, I've never hired a cameraman, ever. I've never hired a cameraman. I've never said, yo, go stalk Meek Mill, and when he's on that block and he got the guns out, just take the pic and send it to me, nigga. Never done that day in my life. I am a second-hand reporter. Meek posted on his own page. By the way, one of the pictures that Meek is talking about, he said, yo, I posted up on my young bulls. Reposted one of them had a gun or something. Like, yo, that could send me back to jail. Did Akademiks take the picture? Absolutely not. You want to know who took the picture? Meek Mill homie. The flabbergasting part of that conversation is that 21 tried to bring it in. But let me tell you, this is why I didn't go that angle. Some people say, why you didn't say that? Because that's considered lame in hip-hop. It's considered, you're right, Meek did upload it too. Yo, it's considered lame in hip-hop for you to tell the dudes, well, Meek, if you're on probation, stop being around niggas with guns. You know what I'm like, yo, you pussy. You pussy, like, you don't understand the life we live, nigga. What the fuck? What you talking about, stop being around guns? So hip-hop becomes, we should do crime, kill each other, do all the fuckery, but your media, you need to make sure we don't get caught. Or you need to make sure that we don't get. There was a point that I heard Meek Mill, it was maybe somebody else say, they say, yo, act. Listen, some shit gonna happen. They said, yeah, them little blogs, they could post it. But here's the thing. That might not even get on the Fed's radar. Go and get on the Fed's radar when you post it. And I'm like, nigga, I'm there sitting there. I'm like calculating. I'm like, what type of fucking math? Meek Mill with 20 million followers. He posted, the cops don't see it. Act with 3 million. Oh, now the cops see it. Oh, my God. Zero accountability. Now, one time on that call, did Meek Mill say, bro, we got to stop posting up ourselves with guns. You want to know another hypocritical thing? Back to what I was saying. Meek said, yo, the thing is, I don't fuck with this nigga, man. Yo, he talking about calling the feds. Even though 21 said, well, bro, like, he's not a street dude. What do you want him to do? He was like, yo, you nigga talking about calling the feds, this and third, man. Yo, listen, man. Yo, what's up? Yo, you know, he's doing all this, like, I'm going to play. I know I shouldn't play, but I'm going to play that one part. I'm telling you, Meek thinks he's the boss. I even told him, I said, brother, you're in here with Guap that 4,000, brother. Like, maybe you think you're a god compared to him, but, nigga, I've not needed you. I brought up, yo, he said he canceled me. Nigga, I think I'm fine. I'm doing great. The same car you be flexing on Instagram, I just ordered too. You're about to see it. I'm not doing bad, just like you ain't doing bad. But you can't try to talk to me when you haven't helped me with shit. And I'm cool with not covering you. Anyway, he's like, nah, we can't be on the phone with it. This nigga told me, yo, if some shit was to happen, he gonna call the feds. Nigga, I'm a civilian. Listen to the hypocrisy.